familiar faces in the room. I'm here to bring attention to an issue that I hope will become another hot topic for this commission, and it's been very instructive to hear what you've been saying, and that is the facility that's being built down in Cove Point, Maryland, by Dominion Resources. It's the first gas refinery and export terminal to be built on the East Coast. It's the first one to be in the world to be placed in a densely populated community. And the reason I bring this to your attention is that as part of this facility, they are building a brand new power plant to power the liquefaction train that they're going to have there. That power plant is going to be burning fuel 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a week, adding up to over 300,000 tons of fossil fuel per year. The liquefaction train alone is going to emit 3.3 million tons of carbon dioxide, and that's just one liquefaction train. I understand that they're going to be allowed to build more liquefaction trains on top of that. From start to finish, and that train is the 4th largest polluter in the state if it is completed. From start to finish, if we look at this facility, through all of the pipelines, the compressor stations, the fracking, the transport, we're looking at 29 million tons of CO2 every year that's going to be emitted from this facility, and that's based on really conservative estimates. We know that gas is 80 to 98% methane, and as we've heard that methane over the 20-year period is a very potent greenhouse gas. In addition to that, this facility is going to be storing 410,000 gallons of propane, 80,000 gallons of ethane, and 80,000 gallons of condensates, as well as 14.6 billion cubic feet of methane. And this is all on a very small footprint. And so, as we've seen around the world and around the country, and even at this facility, accidents have happened, and there can be catastrophic events and fires and explosions that would release a tremendous amount of carbon into the air. So on behalf of the people of Cove Point, who I work with and have been working with very closely over the last almost 2 years, and who are not here today in some part because they have met with elected officials from their county commissioners to their senators and many departments, and not one single person or department in this entire state or the federal government has felt that they have the responsibility of the interests of this community in mind. So I'm asking you today to consider this facility in terms of what you're looking at, in terms of methane and the importance of reducing methane. But I'm also appealing to you as people who are connected to other departments and other legislators in this state to not allow Lusby to become a sacrifice zone. The fabric of this community is being torn apart. Families are selling their houses and leaving out of fear. Families are not selling their house because they couldn't bear the guilt of putting someone else in that position. And some families are not selling their house because their housing prices have gone down and they have lost their futures. So I'm not talking today about the health and safety risks, which are significant, or the fact that nobody has done a quantitative risk assessment so that we actually know exactly what those safety risks are, though we know they are significant. But I am appealing to you to please consider the methane from this plant, the pollutants from this plant, to make that an issue that you discuss, and to please take that beyond this room to discuss it in your other circles as well. And I appreciate the time that you gave to listen to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Margaret.